We're going to need help evacuating all the houses in the area. We've got businesses with windows blown out on Harper. Try and get as many units as they can. Get 4 ambulances at least.
This is unbelievable right here. A house explosion rocks a quiet neighborhood in Harper Woods. The culprit, a natural gas leak.
7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner has been following this story all day. Jim, what's the latest on the investigation and the condition of those victims?
You can see behind me they're still cleaning up, but it's still a pile of rubble here. This explosion could be felt for blocks. 3 people were injured, 1 critically, but all are expected to survive. And take a look over here. You see the man in the blue shirt and the blue shorts waving his hand. He was one of the injured. He's back here now home. He was shaken up. More on him in a minute. People out here say this sounded like a bomb.
There was no smoke, there was no fire. It was just a huge boom that we heard. My office is 2 streets away.
We're receiving multiple 911 calls. Taco house explosion on Lennon at Harper.
It sounded like a bomb, and that's the best way I can explain it to you. And we literally came and run out, the whole building just shook. Books fell off the wall, everything.
We have 1 house completely exploded. Notified MedStar. We have at least 2 serious injuries.
And when people arrived, they saw the house flattened, as if the side walls blew out and the roof pancaked on top of it. This house was vacant, in the process of being sold. 2 real estate appraisers, a man and a woman, were entering through the front door when it blew up. The man was blown out onto the front grass.
I saw somebody in the front, right in the middle of the rubble, laying on his back, kind of with his knees up, so hopefully he was okay.
Another witness says that man, who is 66, had head injuries. The woman, 33, is in stable condition.
We're going to need help evacuating all the houses in the area. We've got businesses with windows blown out on Harper. Try and get as many units as they can. Get 4 ambulances at least.
Businesses nearby had glass blown out. This used to be a child daycare center. Nobody here was injured today. Debris was blown 2 blocks away.
The phones are off the hook. Apparently a building blew up.
The man who lives right behind the blast walked us through his backyard. It happened at 10:30 this morning.
We're just lucky my kids are in school right now, because otherwise they'd be out here playing in the backyard. And they said that was a ticking time bomb over there. It was full gas.
This is the man who lived right next door. He was so shaken by the blast, he walked down 4 houses, collapsed, and called his sister. He was treated and released. His sister didn't want to show her face.
When I got here, he was sitting in the grass with the dog, and I asked him, was he okay? And he said he thought he was about to die.
He said what?
He thought he was about to die.
Yeah, you can imagine what it would be like to live through something like this. Still no word on what was leaking inside this house, whether it was an appliance like a hot water tank or if somebody had been doing some work and maybe nicked a line inside. DTE Energy did put out a statement saying there were no reports of a leak before and all the lines on the outside were properly pressurized. That man who's in critical condition is expected to have a full recovery. Live in Harper Woods, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
So good to hear about those victims, because it's hard to believe looking at that no one died.
Just incredible devastation. Jim, thank you for the live report.